This is Autoline Daily, the show dedicated to enthusiasts of the global automotive industry. Tesla is going to miss its promise of launching more affordable models in the first half of this year, according to a report in Reuters. It says the lower-cost EVs, which are expected to be stripped-down versions of the Model Y, will now come out sometime between the third quarter of this year or early next year. They'll first be produced in the U.S., and by next year, Tesla is aiming to make 250,000 units between its factories in Texas and California. But production is also expected to follow in China and Europe, and Reuters reports that a similar stripped-down version of the Model 3 is in the plans as well. It's likely going to be close to the decontented Model 3 that Tesla launched in Mexico last year, which has cloth seating instead of leather, no second-row screen or ambient lighting. Reuters says the reason for delaying the affordable model is unclear. It could be that Tesla is waiting to see how the new Model Y performs. First quarter Model Y sales in China were down 18.4%, but nearly 60%, or over 48,000 units of those sales were in March when the new Y launched in China. Or it could be that Tesla is just worried that the affordable models will eat into sales of the current 3 and Y, and it'll be stuck with more expensive vehicles and inventory that nobody really wants. The company will report its Q1 results tomorrow, which should help clear things up. But those other reasons are why we think we'll have to wait until the end of the second quarter to really see how Tesla's 2025 is shaping out to be. Japan sees vehicle safety as a bargaining chip to make a possible trade deal with the Trump administration. According to the Nikkei, Japan could ease up on some of its safety criteria, which has unique testing protocols and doesn't accept U.S. crash standards as equal to its own. That makes it difficult for foreign automakers to get vehicle certification and is part of the reason the Japanese market is dominated by domestic brands. But now Japan has been slapped with a 24% tariff on all imports, which has temporarily been reduced to 10%, as well as a 25% import fee on cars, steel, and aluminum. So that's why the country is considering options for a possible trade deal. China's reciprocal tariffs on U.S.-made vehicles is forcing Ford to stop shipments to the country. The automaker said it has halted shipments of F-150s, Mustangs, Broncos, and Lincoln Navigators that are made in the U.S., which now face tariffs as high as 150%. But Ford will continue to export engines and transmissions to China that are built in the U.S. And in other tariff news, Volkswagen Group CEO Oliver Blume said that the company is currently in talks with the Trump administration and is now considering building Audis in the U.S. Audi currently doesn't build any vehicles in the U.S. They're imported from Europe and Mexico. VW could possibly make the models at its plant in Tennessee or the facility it's currently building in South Carolina for Scout Motors. But there is one brand in the VW portfolio that won't shift its production to the U.S. Blume says it will continue to import Porsches because, quote, made in Germany plays an important role for U.S. customers.
There's nothing wrong with heavy metal.
Hey, lighten up.
But with world-class composite material, Teijin Automotive Technologies makes vehicles lighter, safer, and more eco-friendly.
Chinese EV battery maker CATL revealed 3 new battery technologies at its Tech Day earlier today. And one of those was its Free-Void dual power battery, which has a maximum range of 1,500 kilometers or 932 miles. It achieved that by dividing the battery into 2 independent energy zones, a main energy area and a range extension area, which utilize different cell materials to maximize total range. You may remember this is the same idea that Our Next Energy, or ONE, came up with. While ONE never really got out of the testing phase, CATL has the advantage of being the biggest EV battery maker in the world. Plus, we think these packs could be popular with battery swappers along freeways, since they're likely to be driving longer distances. CATL also showed off its second-gen super-fast charging battery, which is able to charge at a rate of 2.5 kilometers per second, meaning owners can add 520 kilometers or 323 miles of range in just 5 minutes. Even at negative 10 degrees Celsius or 14 Fahrenheit, it can charge from 5 to 80% in just 15 minutes. And lastly, the battery maker revealed its sodium-ion battery that will be sold under a new brand name called Nextra and will go into mass production in December. They'll have an energy density of 175 watt-hours per kilogram, which is nearly the same as an LFP battery. But sodium batteries aren't as expensive because of the abundance of sodium, and they don't carry the fire risks of other battery chemistries. And here's a somewhat unexpected partnership. BYD and Saudi oil company Aramco announced plans to collaborate on the development of new energy vehicle technologies, which includes BEVs, PHEVs, and EREVs. The companies didn't provide specifics on the types of technology they'll develop, but we wonder if Aramco could draw on Horse Powertrain, its ICE joint venture with Renault and Geely. Horse did, after all, just pull the wraps off a new hybrid concept that can be used in both plug-in and extended range setups. But either way, this is still a shift for Aramco, whose executives have said they're skeptical over the pace of the EV transition and whose investments up until now have focused on ICE engines. Mercedes is going to be showing off some fancy new vans at the Shanghai Auto Show, which starts kicking off tomorrow. It's going to reveal the VLE and VLS that it says will range from flexible family vehicles and exclusive VIP shuttles to luxurious limousines with enormous amounts of space, which apparently even includes pillowy seats and your very own custom chess set. Well, okay, it's time to go over the results from our latest Autoline poll. We asked you what you think is going on at Aptera. It's been promising a 3-wheeled solar-powered car for years now, but it still hasn't delivered. 14% of our members said that launching a new company is hard. Give it time. 57% said that Aptera can't raise enough money to get into production. 14% said management is content to draw a salary, so there's no rush. And the remainder said none of the above. See my comments below. And it looks like most of you are skeptical. Keith Mensing wrote, "Too many startups in the EV space and not enough sunshine in much of the country for their niche to pique the public's interest." Jeffo said, quote, "I'd put this in the same category as the original Segway. Lots of hype, weak real-world use case. If production ever does start, this will never be more than a toy." But there is some enthusiasm for Aptera. Roger Tachetto commented, "Aptera product is awesome. I'm rooting for them and have invested a small amount." That said, current economic landscape is extremely challenging for EV startups given recent notable failures. This, of course, is very high risk, but I'm fully vested in their mission. I hope I can actually buy one. And Kyle Robinson is also impressed. They would be in production this year if they can raise the $60 million they need to get production tooling. No startup has gotten this far on so little capital. And we want to thank all of you that participated in the poll. And remember, our polls are open to viewers with Autoline memberships with YouTube or on Patreon. And if you haven't done so already, please consider joining. It only costs a few dollars a month. Look for a link to Patreon in our description box, or you can click the join button on our YouTube homepage. But that's it for today's show. Thanks for watching.
Autoline Daily is brought to you by Bridgestone, solutions for your journey. Intrepid Control Systems, over-the-air engineering boost your game. Teases Automotive Technologies, the formula for better mobility. And by
Developing today's vehicles, issues can happen in an instant. What good is knowing your problems without the data to solve them. Meet Wireless Neovi Cloud, your secure off-the-shelf solution, empowering real-time collaboration for quick resolution. With Wireless Neovi Cloud, your team can prevent issues before they can escalate. Driver communication data and remote diagnostics to analyze and resolve your problems using OTA, allowing your executives oversight throughout the process. Wireless Neovi Cloud, your vehicle update solution in production and on the road. Intrepid Control Systems, driven by your data.
Making a life full of memories, one road trip at a time. That's what really matters. Bridgestone Weather Peak tires with a 70,000-mile limited warranty.